Welcome dear students. Today we will study the chapter profit and loss. In this chapter we will discuss about the basic things which are related to the profit and loss. So let's see. First of all, profit and loss they comes from CP and SP. CP is cost price and SP is selling price. So let's see what are these. CP price at which an article is bought. Whatever you are buying from the market, that is CP for that particular article. Next is SP, the price at which an article is sold. Now see that if you buy from the market, from any shop, that means that article was purchased by shopkeeper. Firstly, it was purchased by the shopkeeper. That's why that article was purchased by the shopkeeper, so the price of that article is CP for the shopkeeper. But later the shopkeeper is going to sell you and you are going to buy that article, so that article cost will become CP for you and the shopkeeper is selling to you, then the price of the article will becomes SP for him. Means a article at which price it is sold, that is called SP, and at which price an article is bought, that price is called CP. Later there are some overhead charges, or we can say extra expenditures apart from the CP. Like you purchase one television from the market, later you hire and labor, that labor bring that television up to your home and you spend some money on him, you have given some money to him. These are called extra charges apart from that. So like you buy one cycle and later you repair it, you spend some money on repairing, so that is called extra charging. Rent, you have you took one room on rent on 700 rupees, later you paid some bills of electricity, water bills of that rent. These bills are called overhead charges. And freight charges, that is called labor. You are giving labor charges or anything for buying bringing thing up to home, these charges are called freight charges. So after that, if a particular article you buy at a cost price, later if you are going to pay repairing charges, rent charges, then your CP will change. Okay, your CP will change. If you buy an article for 100 rupees, after that you you paid 20 rupees, so your CP will increase. You buy at 100 rupees, but after that you uh, paid money for repairing it or on rent, something extra you spend on it, so your total CP will becomes 120. If CP is greater than SP, in that case we will have loss. So how to find out loss? Loss is equal to CP minus SP. If SP is greater than CP, in that case we will have profit, or we can say gain, or gain. Profit or gain is equal to, because SP is greater, so what we will do, SP minus CP, that is equal to our gain. So like that we can find out profit and loss. Now see, profit percent, formula of profit percent is profit over CP into 100. Always we will find this profit on CP. Loss percent is equal to loss over CP into 100. This loss percent also we will find on CP. That you have to remember. So always profit and loss percent we will find on CP. So in denominator always CP will comes if you are finding profit or if you are finding loss. In case of profit percent, profit over CP into 100. In case of loss percent, loss over CP up to 100. Now you know that if if we are getting profit, so always SP is greater than CP, means CP plus profit. So formula will be, if SP is greater, in case of profit, SP is greater than CP. So what we can write, SP is equal to CP plus profit percent of CP. So with the help of this formula we can find SP with this formula. We are having one shortcut formula which we will derive now. SP is equal to CP plus profit over 100, because this percentage we removed into CP. So what you can do, this CP you can take common outside. So SP is equal to, here we left 1 plus P over 100 into CP. So your formula it is SP equal to 1 plus P over 100 into CP. With the help of this formula you can find out, or more you can solve it, and you can write SP is equal to, here you can take LCM you will take, it will come 100 plus P over 100 into CP. Next, in case of loss, SP will be smaller than CP. So that's why SP is equal to CP minus loss we have written. So here also we can write, this is the formula which you can use for finding SP if profit and CP are given. In this case, SP is equal to CP minus loss over 100 we will write into CP. CP you can take common. Now it will becomes 1 minus loss over 100 into CP, or SP is equal to, you can, here you can take LCM, 100 minus loss over 100 into CP. So these are the two formulas. This formula we have to find out, if we have to find out SP, and when loss percent and CP is given, in that case you can use this one, SP formula, when profit and profit percent and CP is given to you. In that case we can use these two formulas. Now see, just before you find these formula, SP is equal to 100 plus profit over 100 into CP, SP equal to 100 minus loss over 100 into CP. But here you have to be careful, because this is profit percent, not profit. The value of profit, if it is profit percent is given to you 2%, so you will write 2 here. Okay, and don't convert this 2% into 2 over 100. This is wrong, because here we already converted percent into percent, we removed already, but here which value you are going to place, that you will place of profit percent value. If profit percent in question it is given 2%, so you will place here 2. If loss percent is given to you, loss percent is equal to 10% it is given, so you will write 10 here, but don't convert 10% into 10 over 100. But remember this. Now these are the formulas of SP. Now we'll find formulas of CP with the help of this. CP in case of profit, CP is equal to, these formulas will invert. This SP formula was 100 plus profit percent over 100, so you can invert it, 100 over 100 plus profit percent, because we are finding value of CP, so here you can multiply by SP. Same way CP in case of loss, just invert of this. SP you can write here and CP you can bring here. CP is equal to, and this will invert, 100 will go up and downside 100 minus loss percent into SP. What changes we made? This CP came here because we need to find out value of CP. So CP we have written here and SP we have written here. And this we invert, this upside and this downside for the formula of CP. Next we are having mark price and discount price. Now discount and mark price. So first of all we will try to understand it. What is mark price? Now see, a article purchased by a shopkeeper. A shopkeeper is going to purchase an article. So article price. Article price is CP for the shopkeeper. For shopkeeper. Article price is CP for the shopkeeper. Now the shopkeeper is not going to sold. Now let's see. CP we have written 100 rupees of shopkeeper. 100 rupees it is. Now shopkeeper is not going to sell that particular article in 100 rupees. So what he will do? He will mark it little up. He will increase the price. If a sari it is or a jeans, for jeans what he will do? He will mark a level on the jeans and he will increase it. Here written now 300 rupees. 300 rupees. So this become mark price. You have seen stickers on jeans and sarees, there is written some price is written, but they are not actually selling in that price. They are selling after bargaining. You can reduce the price with the shopkeeper. So what he is doing, a CP at which price the shopkeeper bought, he is increasing that price by some amount, and now we can see here he increased by 200 rupees. Now it is our mark price. After that we are doing bargaining, or he is giving discount also. So discount he will give, discount he is giving on mark price. Discount he will give on mark price, and after that he will reduce the price. Now he have given discount of 50 rupees. Discount equal to 50 rupees. Discount he have given to 50 rupees, and now he is selling to us at 50 rupees discount. That means we are buying SP for shopkeeper will be 300 rupees marked price article he is selling with 50 rupees discount. So he sold it at 250 rupees and we buy this article at 250 rupees. So now you can see SP is 250. Now we will in an order you will understand. CP was 100 rupees. Mark price was 300 rupees. Discount was 50 rupees and SP is 250 rupees. So always remember that discount we will give on mark price. Discount we will give on mark price, and profit or loss, how much profit, how much loss, will calculate on CP and SP. Profit loss will calculate with CP and SP. Okay, and this discount we will get on mark price. This is it little. And next one more thing, discount expressed as a certain price, certain percentage of mark price. As I told you here, discount always counts on mark price. Discount will give on the mark price, so it is written the discount always expressed as a certain percentage of mark price. Now finally we will discuss these formulas which we derived now. Now see, in case of profit, SP will depends upon CP. Remember this, SP will depends upon CP. SP we cannot find without CP. So in any question, if we have to find out SP, first of all we will find out CP. If CP and profit are given, we can find SP. If CP is not given, find CP first. Same way in case of loss also, SP will depends upon CP. And this is the formula which we derived. If we are finding CP, then CP depends upon SP. In case if you are finding CP, so first of all we need to get SP. First find SP. Same formula, it is SCP in case of loss. CP in case of loss, CP will depend upon SP. Now SP in case of discount. These CP in case of profit, CP in case of loss, SP in case of loss, SP in case of profit. Here SP in case of discount. SP in case of discount, SP will depend upon mark price. Here SP in case of loss, it was depending upon CP. SP in case of profit, it is depending upon CP. But in case it is given SP, we have to find out, and discount percent is given, so we will find first mark price is how much. So in case of mark discount, first of all we need to find out mark price, then only we are able to get SP. And if we have to find out mark price, so mark price will depend upon SP. So first of all we need to get SP. And this discount, last, it is discount. Discount will depend upon SP. So in case of discount, one question, SP will depend upon mark price and discount will also depend upon mark price. So in this order, first of all you will try to find out all these things. You can try to watch this video. Later tomorrow we will see during the online classes how to solve the questions. Thank you.